Y'all, I know that the lighting is wild, but it's not taking away from the special guest we have. You guys, welcome to the Melanated Way. Your host, Linda Entry, as per usual, has some technical difficulties, but I really feel it's like part of the vibe of whatever is going on in this last couple of weeks. We have a very special, I have an affinity to New York City. You know that I pretended to live there because I was back and forth for a couple of years. Bonita Jalane, so high. She is a BET up and coming artist to watch. She's worked with the likes of Chris Brown, Monica, Fantasia. She's got new music out so high that we're going to talk about. Let's welcome Bonita to our show. Hello. Oh, oh, oh.
Hi
Bonita,
guys.
first of all, thank you for hanging in there with all the technical difficulties. But I really feel
Okay.
that your song "So High" is appropriate, not only in this time and age and what we're going through right now, but
hmm
just like that higher vibes.
Yes, yes. Keeping no matter what, no matter how anything is low around you, you have to stay so high so you can just, continue to be above it.
So let's
Choose the
talk a
high
little bit about
road.
you, artist to
Okay.
watch. I watched your music video like 5 times. So
Oh,
high. Talk to us
yay.
a little bit about who you are as an artist. I know that you've recently you're Brooklyn, like,
All day.
Brooklyn based,
All
but
day, all day.
all day, right? But located in ATL. If our
hmm
audience doesn't know you, tell us a little bit about yourself.
Okay, so from Brooklyn, New York, as she stated, I reside in Atlanta, Georgia right now. Decatur way is greater. I've been here for 10 years now, but I still have a residence in New York, so I go back and forth often. Um, started off singing hooks, on rap albums. I started off doing hooks for Dipset, so that was a huge jump, from being in high school and then
Yeah.
going into that. It was a huge blessing. Is that me?
Yep.
Hold on, then. Where is that noise coming from?
You and I are going through it.
Today, why? Any other time I'm not on the phone, like no one's bothering me. Now it's the
Yeah.
first few. Now I'm getting
Yeah.
all these random beeps. I never even heard that beat before. But yeah, just just coming, starting off with rapping and just finding my way. I really felt like, I was a teenager. I didn't really know my sound. I just knew I could sing. I knew I could write. And, I just was thrown in there. And it took years, and this journey I have evolved so much. And it's just a blessing to be able to start that way and actually be and end up where I am today. It's been I feel like I call myself the turtle, like from the tortoise and the
Yeah.
hare, because I just feel like it's taken me a long time, but I feel like I'm appreciated and I'm still gonna win the race in the end. So
Let me
yeah.
I'm going off topic a little bit, but because
hmm
the music industry has changed so much over the last like 10
Yeah.
years.
Yeah.
How has your music changed? How has your influence changed over those 10 years?
I feel like I'm more confident in myself. I'm more confident and I'm doing the music that is resonates with me and I love, and not so much of what's out there and trying to keep up with everybody else is doing. I feel like when I first started off, I just wanted to do a sound and sound like and talk about things that everybody was talking about. Oh,
Yep.
I got to do a club record. Oh, I got to do a record. I'm with Dipset, so I got to do a record because I got to act gangsta.
Yeah.
All the things that I wasn't, and right now I'm finally out my own way, and I'm finally living in my purpose and walking in my purpose. And that means music that's to life. Like, this journey is not easy. I'm talking about that. This journey is also easy. It's easy and not easy at the same time. And I love myself. I'm confident in myself that the music that feels good to me will resonate and I'll find my tribe. And that's the difference from like when I first started off.
100%. 100%.
Yeah.
So your music is really unique. It's soulful. It's
Yeah.
like empowering, all of that stuff. Can you walk us through your creative process?
Oh, it's so okay. So I consider myself like a lyricist. I feel like I think I was a rapper in another lifetime, even though we like, yeah, I feel like I was a rapper. I go into the studio and sometimes I might not even bring a pen and pad or my phone. I might just go in there and just freestyle, get it down, and then however I'm feeling, how I feel about the track that I'm using, or might just freestyle and then they build the track around me. So I've
Hmm.
done that before. It just has to be, the studio has to be good vibes, like all the way. I have to have my candle lit.
Yeah,
I like it to be dim. I like it to just be. I like the aroma. The aroma has to smell good. It just has to be a place where when I go in it, it's almost like my home, because that is my second home. You know what I mean?
I,
So, and I go in there and I just go and I do what feels good to me, and whatever comes out, and it goes by whatever I'm feeling. So today is a rough day, so I could talk about how today was a rough day, or I might hear a story or something that someone told me or went through, and I can put it all together.
yeah.
So I feel I consider myself like a life artist, like not like a life artist. I really go by not just my life and just what's going on, and try to touch and appeal to everyone that's listening.
I love that. I love that.
Yeah.
Studio life is a specific type of life. Not everyone's been in the
Mm-hmm.
studio. Not everyone
Mm-hmm.
knows like that whole vibe. So besides the candles
Mm-hmm.
and making sure that you're with the right producer, the right sound
Yes.
engineer, all of that,
Mm-hmm.
what snacks are have to be there?
Oh my goodness, snacks. Okay, so if I am not on a detox, 'cause, I go through my months where I'm like, okay, I'm not gonna drink anything this month. But if I'm not on a detox, I have to have like some red wine just
Yep.
to calm my nerves, just so
Yep.
I'm just like completely relaxed. I really don't eat. I'm gonna be honest with you. I really don't eat when I'm in the studio.
Okay.
I think it's the adrenaline. I think it's just the moment of being there. If I do have to eat something, it'll probably be some like nuts or like some kind of mix. You know what I'm saying? Like something really quick, like some granola or
Yep.
something like that. But unless afterwards I'll get some food. And when I realize, I'm like, oh shoot, I didn't eat all day. Let me go ahead and go and get something. Yeah.
I love that.
Mhm.
Who or what are some of your biggest musical influences?
It's so many. And it's not the typical. I'm old soul, and like my mom had me listening to Motown,
Mhm.
and my biggest influence, I've always loved Betty Wright. And I used to love how she used to talk on the records, and she
Yeah.
kind of like, she gave you that, realness. Like she gave that experience like you were a part of the show. And I'm the same way when I perform. I love recording in the studio, but on the stage,
Yeah.
it's a whole experience with me. I also got my stage performance and leaving it all on the stage from Mary J. Blige. To the Lauren Hills, where I feel like, as far as the lyricist part of me. So I might
Mhm.
not rap exactly like her. I'll do like a singy rap, or I also love the scatting of like the Ella Fitzgeralds to the Etta James to the Dinah Washington is a huge influence.
Yeah.
So Erica Badu's, the Jill Scott. So if I feel like I'm that type of person where some people might compare me. They say, "Oh, you sound like this, or you'll sound like this," but I'm still in my own lane. It's like
Yeah.
I'm a mixture of all of those, and you can't really put me in a box. Like, 'cause any given time, you're gonna get a different part of me.
Listen, like I said, I listened to your latest song "So High" like so many times because there's so many layers to it,
Yeah.
and
Mhm.
you bring like a lot of emotional depth to your lyrics.
Oh,
How do you
thank you.
draw from your personal experience to write songs that resonate with so many people?
Um, you know, I do consider myself an empath, and I definitely feel a lot more than a lot of people. That's why I'm very careful of what I let in my psyche. I'm very careful of what energy I have around me. I'm very careful on what I watch. I'm very careful on how I think and how I speak. And at that moment, it was a combination of what I was going through. It was a combination of losing someone really close to me. It was a combination of being in this industry so long and just, talk my stuff. Like I know who I am. I know what I bring. And no matter what you think, I'm going to let you know that I'm going to stay so high. I'm going to let you know that, yeah, I am humble and the only one is humbling me and is going to keep me humble is the Most High. So if that's the person on my side, nobody really can come after me, you know. So I definitely, it came from a way of, you know, a testimony. Like, okay,
Yeah.
listen, this is, no matter what I do and how I look at it, like my destiny is already written. Whether you like me or not, my destiny is written. So you're gonna get all of Bonita Jalane or you're not, you know. So that's where that came from.
I love that. So
Yeah.
part of some of the things that when especially when I'm interviewing artists is that you have to be so vulnerable, right? And
Mm-hmm.
you speak and write from experiences. How do you balance that vulnerability and the strength that your music portrays?
Man, that's a really good question. To be honest with you, I can be nothing but vulnerable. In the place that I am right now, in the healing
Mhm.
place that I am right now, I find myself having to be authentic in every single way. Um, I have to, I'm authentic with myself and I love myself. So that has to translate on how I portray myself to someone else. There's no mask with me. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? And
Yeah.
sometimes that could be too, somebody might say, oh, back in the days, it was like too much. You give them too much. And then sometimes then people might say that, you know, put a filter on it. I honestly, what I've been through, I don't look like what I've been through, and there's no filter with me, you know.
Yeah.
And it's all heart and it's all love. Whether people choose to take advantage of that, which I've been through before, it's
Yeah.
not going to change who I am. It's not going
Yeah.
to change how I show up authentically me.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's starting to translate more than it has ever in my career, and that's a really good feeling to actually be in my be in the love for me. I love my soul myself so much. I feel like it's like it's almost like, how do you say, it's contagious. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? Like if
Yeah.
you continue to put that energy off, like if you hating, if you don't like the song, that's just you something you got to work on within yourself. It's
Right.
not my problem.
Right.
Yeah.
So this is gonna be a hard question, and you can pass if you want. But is there a
Okay.
particular experience or challenge that significantly impacted this song specifically so high?
You know what? It was a few. I'm gonna be honest with you. 2023 was a really, really rough year for me. A lot of people I found a lot of fans and a lot of supporters,
Mhm.
in a really dark place.
Yeah.
And you know, as much as I can sit and say that, what happened to me is unfortunate, it definitely pushed me and catapulted me to the place that I am right now, and
Yeah.
I'm grateful for it. But I did go viral in 2023, with a really, really bad situation. And the sad part is, you would think that it would be uncommon the way it was happening to me. Like it
Mhm.
was just like a situation where someone portrayed to be something that they wasn't. And
Yeah.
really had me believing that they were my person,
Yeah.
and you know, we were building a future, and come to find out they weren't. And it's so common, and I feel a lot of my fans and supporters I got from that. And I
Yeah.
had women like literally all over the world reaching out to me and sending me messages and telling me their stories.
Yeah.
And it's nothing that helps me heal, and that helped to put that battery in my back to be a voice for. It was women that I'm like, why are they telling me their stories? All I did was get my heart broken, and it happened to be online. And I'm
Mhm.
very proud, I'm authentic, and I'm an open book, but I'm private. And that was the first time that I actually ever shared like this whole black love
Yeah.
experience, because I really was buying into, you know, this is my fairy
All
tale,
of
this is
it.
my love story, you know? And
Yeah.
so for it to blow up in front of the world, it was a huge devastating moment. But I turned that into my triumph. I turned that into a beautiful thing. And so I wrote the song called Viral, and right before that, I had wrote a song called Black Rose, because I had put so much money into my live recording, and started working on my album, which was called Kept Kissing Frogs. And who would have ever thought that one of the frogs would be that person?
That
And
person.
so after those two songs, it turns into Frogs is not just a person. Frogs is all of the disappointment. Frogs is jealousy. Frogs is those people hating on me and negativity. Like I just wanted to turn all of that into positivity. So at that point, I was finding out what frogs was. I said it was forgive, release, overcome, and grow. Right.
Yeah.
So in order to forgive, release, overcome, and I get chills talking about this because it means so much to me.
Much. Yeah.
In order to forgive, release, overcome, and grow, you have to be above it, right?
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
so when I started writing so high, it was like it was almost like evolution. It was like I was evolving. It was almost like of I was shedding that hurt. I was shedding that pain, and there's no other place to go but high. So I'm like, why? I want to be so high.
So
And then we
high.
played, yes, we played with the term because we was in LA when we was recording it. And so when you hear the word so high or I'm so high, the first thing you think of is, oh, marijuana is legal there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it's bigger than that. It's bigger than that. It's the highest vibration you can be on, the highest one. And
Listen, Bonita, yes, girl, yes, because when I first was like researching you and doing all my like stuff that I do for my interviews,
yeah.
I was like, oh, so high. It's probably gonna be like, I got 5 on it. Right. That's what I thought.
Exactly.
That's what I
Yeah.
thought. And then I watched the video and
hmm
I watched the video with the lyrics and I was like, oh, wait a minute. There are so many more layers to this. That is not what this is. This
Yeah.
is high vibrations. This
hmm
is going above your
Yep.
circumstances.
Yep.
This is realizing who you are in any moment, whether it's lights,
hmm
camera, action, whether
Yep.
it's a romance situation,
Yep.
whether it's something you thought it was, but it's not,
hmm
whether it's people smiling in your face, like, hey, I'm supporting you, but
And
really
then,
it's that, all
uh-huh.
of it.
Yeah.
Listen, like I
All
told
of
you, I
it.
watched it 5 times, I was like, "I am so wrong,"
hmm
because just because I took so high, I took
hmm
the name, and
Yeah.
what's important about I think that guys, Melanated Way, girlies, you guys know me. You guys know that I love music. I think that music is life. Uh, watch this video, So
Oh,
High by
thank
Bonita.
you.
Watch it again, watch it in because you're gonna see and hear so many different layers. And I know you and I spoke in the green room before we started this interview,
Yeah.
and we talked a little bit about just the circumstances that we find ourselves in. And one of the things that we both agreed on is high vibes, you guys. As Black
Yes.
women, as women,
hmm
2024, high
Yeah.
vibes. Tap
Yeah.
into
Yeah.
that frequency. Tap into whatever is your belief. I believe in God. I believe
hmm
that at the end of the day, God is in control.
Of
And
everything. Yep.
and Benita,
hmm
watching your video, and then at
hmm
the very end, I don't want to wreck it for people, but at the very end, that moment, I was like,
Yeah.
that part,
Yeah. Yep.
that part.
Yep.
Okay, so tangent over. Okay,
No
how do you
worries.
stay how do you stay grounded and motivated in an industry that's completely changing all the time with streaming
hmm
versus like old school music videos, MTV, BET, all of that?
You have to stay grounded because like I said, you might love your stuff, but people are automatically going to compare you, right? They're
Mhm.
automatically going to put you in the box. And if you don't have that support, you have to support yourself first, then you can fall prey to, oh, I'm not good enough, or I've been there, on this
Yeah,
journey. I've been there. Oh, why, is it taking me this long, or why did this not work out the way it's supposed to work out? Why didn't I get this opportunity over this opportunity?
yeah,
But when you start to continue to love it and continue to go forward, you realize that you're right exactly where you want to be. You have
yeah,
to start. What I've learned is living in the present, right? I'm
yeah.
in this moment right now. I'm not going to get this moment again, right? This
Right.
moment right now, talking to the Melanated Way about my single. This is a first. You know what I'm saying? Even, we can think about the past of what we did wrong. We can think about the future, or of, okay, is this going to help me? Is the right people going to watch it in order
Yeah.
to book me on more shows and tours?
Yeah.
I don't want to worry about that stuff. I want to worry about now. I want to stay grounded in this moment,
Yeah.
because I'm never going to get this moment back.
Absolutely. That part, and also
Mhm.
social media has played a big part
Yeah.
in your career. Like you said, you went viral in 2023, and
Hmm.
so many of your followers and your fans have come from there.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I also do think that one of the things about social media is that we can have a little bit more control in our creative journey. Do you feel the
Hmm.
same way?
100%. I love social media is a gift and a curse for the independent artist.
Hmm.
Um, it's a gift because social media helps me to be able to release my stuff and not have to worry about waiting on someone else to put it out for me,
Right.
right? Social media is almost like the judge and the jury. Like, that the law may not be for us, but
Yeah.
we can put it to social media, and then we got the opinion of, it can go viral. We got the opinion of everybody.
Yeah.
So social media has played a huge role in my journey so far. And not only did I get a lot of supporters, like, you got a lot of people that's just watching. It doesn't mean that they're supporting. They're just watching to see if you fail, or if it's going to be drama, or, if something else is going to happen. You
Right.
can't think about that. You have to use it as a tool, as what it is, right? So
Yeah.
it's a tool for me to get closer to my goal. It's a tool for me to get more supporters so that I can put together my own stuff as an independent artist.
Yeah.
It's a tool for me to sell my merch. It's a tool for me to just have a platform
Yeah.
that is not always readily given to us as melanated women and people. So
Yeah,
yeah.
I mean, facts. Now, listen, your fans are really dedicated to you and
Yeah.
follow you, and seem to connect to your music on a very individual and deep level. What was one, or has been one of the most memorable interactions you've had with a fan?
Oh my goodness, it's so many. I'm trying to think of one that I can pinpoint. That's a really good question. Okay,
Mhm.
wait, no, it's so many. I will say this. I've done City Winery twice. I sold out the first
Mhm.
time. The second time, it was against our VP, when
Yep.
she was on her campaign and she had a rally. So I sold a lot of tickets, but it wasn't as many as I normally would have. And they
Okay.
always saying, Bonita, do not worry. I was like, I'm an independent artist, and this just looks, and they're like, Bonita, you sold over the amount allotted time, so don't even worry about it. And it was packed, and the people that was supposed to be there were supposed to be there. Okay, so I
Yeah.
said that to say, the moment that meant so much to me was, it was a couple that came, and they follow me on social media, and they came because they was like, they've been trying to get to one of my shows for so long, and it had me tearing up, because I'm like, this man is a doctor. He literally survived cancer. He was just, telling me his story, and his wife was saying how they loved my music, because it's not only they can love it as an older couple, but their daughter loved it too, and she couldn't make it. You know what I'm saying? So it was
Yeah.
almost like they had to come and represent for the family,
Yeah.
and that right there was like, my grandmother was in attendance, and to hear the testimony of this person who I never met, because your parents and your family, they're like, oh, these are
Girl,
friends, they
you
know you.
good.
They're
Yeah.
like, yeah, who's that? We know you can sing. But when strangers, that somebody they're not familiar with can come and give your daughter and granddaughter their flowers and their praise in
Yeah.
front of you, it's like, okay, those nights when we were like, get it together,
Yeah.
why you still continue to do this, it was like, it was a monumental moment for me. So yeah, I think that it's so many more, but that was like the one that really lasted and left a really good impression on my heart.
Impression
And
on
I still
you.
love them to this day. Hey y'all.
What do you hope your listeners take away from So High?
Ah, I just want, I want them to listen to it, and I want them to feel like, okay, you know what? I might not have been having a good day. I might have complained about this, but I'm going to choose to go so high. I want it to be like like if you like somebody say match energy, if you go low, I go lower.
Mhm.
No, when they go low, I want you to go so high.
That is a word for me. That is Bonita, that is the word for me today. Do not go low, go high.
Don't go low. Don't go so high. Go so high that they can't even reach you.
Facts. Facts. I love that. I love that. And I'm telling you, that is a word for me for today. For real. For
Yes.
real. What goals do you have for the next 30, 60, 90 days?
You know what? Just to continue to love it, continue to enjoy the journey, continue to live in each moment, to be present in the moments, to in because they, whether it's good or bad, they're all temporary, right?
Thanks.
So
Yeah,
you got to enjoy each moment, even the bad ones, because it's a lesson in it that's going to get you closer to where you need to go. So I know it's easier said than done. Trust me, I'm talking to myself when I say this, but my goal, that is my goal, is to continue to go where I'm going, continue to elevate, continue to stay consistent, continue to put my all into it until I can't anymore.
I love it.
Yeah.
Outside of music, what are some of your passions or interests that influence your creative style?
Everything. I'm a painter in real life. Like when somebody says artist, I'm like, yeah, I'm a real artist. Like, I've have so many pieces like, all around me is pieces that that I've painted. It really is therapeutic. It really is. It really takes me and I really feel like when I'm painting, I'm in another world, another dimension. I can literally turn off my overthinking and I
Yeah,
can literally just put on the creative part. Other
yeah,
than, of course, writing and songwriting, painting is so therapeutic to me. And I'm a movie buff. Like I am, like, let me tell you, I'm so good at movies. I should have literally, I'm not saying it's too late because we got plenty of time, but
right.
I definitely should have been because I can catch everything. When I tell you with continuity, like
Yeah.
I literally be like, wait, hold on. Who was the continuity director? Because they should have fixed that. So I'm really big. And like my people that be around, they be so annoyed because they be like, "How did you catch that?" Yeah, so yeah. So
Would you ever
painting
be
and
in a
movies is my
movie?
passion.
Would you ever
Say it
be in a
again.
movie? Would you ever be in a movie?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like what? Yeah.
Um,
Call me now.
um,
Tyler Perry,
Tyler,
Spike Lee.
Tyler, I'm
What?
available. Yeah, I'm
I'm
local.
available. Yeah. Yeah. Even if I wasn't, I'll get on a flight.
Right,
Yeah. Maybe tomorrow. Yeah, I'll be there. I'll be there. I'll
right,
be
right,
there.
right.
Yeah. Wait, do you
I
hear
could
you
talk
hear
to
me
you
now?
forever. I could talk to you forever because there's so many questions, but I know that we're kind of limited in our time. I do want to ask you two more questions. How do you define
Okay.
success as an artist?
Oh man. You know what? Being around so many artists, like I've been, like I said, been in the studio with like Chris Brown running around, and then and then all of a sudden he's at the Vibe Awards and he's asking me like, how did I do? And I'm like, you did so good. And then the next month he's like, I'm opening for him and he's like, you just keep going and
Yeah.
giving me advice. I'm like, what? So I feel like before I've defined success of how many people know who you are,
Yeah.
how many bookings you have. But I feel like success is me now. My success is to continue to do something, love it. Success is being able to get booked on, and do interviews.
Yeah.
Success is all of this is successful to me. Success is, going to a family event and you have a cousin saying, I know all the words to your song, and you're like, okay. Or a cousin coming to you and introducing themselves like, hi, my name is, and I'm like, you literally changed my diaper. What are you talking about? You know what I mean? So, success is having people has been on the journey from the beginning, or the people that just found me now, be able
Mhm.
to see me and smile and see that dreams do come true,
Yeah.
and that they can see the evolution, they can see the levels, and they can see that I'm not stopping.
You're
So
not.
that's success. No, I'm just getting
Listen,
started.
Benita, you are on your way. And, they always think like, oh, you're an overnight sensation, but you've put in the work for many, many years. And I am
Yeah.
so blessed to be able to have this moment with you, because I know that moving forward, 2025 and beyond is going to be amazing for you. People are going to be
Don't
like,
get me crying because I'm a big baby.
let me look back on the Melanated Way video. I think I heard of this girl, and now she is opening, and she is this, and she's on tour, and she's all of those things. I see that for you. And here's why. And I feel emotional, and you guys know me, so you know I get emotional. But
Oh my God, I'm
as a
feeling it because I'm getting really emotional right now.
yes, as a Black female, as a creative, as an artist, as a painter, as a writer, as a rapper, as a singer, you're inspiring, and you're inspiring generations that are coming after you. You're inspiring generations that you're in, and you're inspiring the older generations. And when I think of artists who transcend time, they transcend time because their music speaks unequivocally in any era. I know I'm going to cry too. And your music is that way. And I know I told you I wasn't going to get political, but it's been a rough couple of weeks. And when I listened to your song So High, I was going to say Oh So High, So High,
Yeah.
5 times. Here's what spoke to my spirit. It spoke to my spirit because, you guys, doesn't matter what the situation is. You as a person, Bonita, and sending out those vibes and the smiles and the laughter and reminding one another that your current circumstance, wherever you are, you can vibe and transcend beyond that. And that's what I got watching it so many times. So
oh man, I love that.
remember the Melanated Way in 2025
Yes.
next year, when I'm like, she's got an NAACP nomination, she's got a Grammy nomination. I'm going to go ahead and call and text and be like, Bonita, remember when? And you're going to be like, who is this?
No, I'm not. I'm not. I'm gonna be like, hey girl.
Hey,
You coming
girl.
when I'm gonna see you coming to the next
Yeah. So listen, where can people
one?
find you on social media? I will have links, you guys, on this video and what I've decided to do, because 11/11 this year, obviously, is Veterans Day. For the Canadians, it's Remembrance Day. And let's remember to love on one another and love each other despite our circumstances. And this interview will come out that day. So where can people? Yeah, I'm doing it.
I
Like,
love that.
did
You know
you?
what 11/11 means to me. I say that at
Yes,
the
it's
beginning
a
of
video. I watched it 5
yes.
times.
Yes.
So
And when
where?
I said that, literally in the record, if you listen to it, it literally happened that way. 11/11, like the session was supposed to be from 11 to 7, right? We
Yep.
wound up working so much that we had to push the session back, and we pushed it. They couldn't go past 11. The
Yep.
GPS on the way to the studio said 11/11. So all of those things is like real, like real. Yeah.
Benita, I'm a
Hmm.
fan. That's why I was like, oh yeah, no. We'll do the edit, everything, but this needs to come out 11/11 because
Yes.
that is the vibe we're on.
Hmm.
Where can people find you? Social
Yes.
media, streaming your music, Spotify, Apple Music, all of those.
So you can find me everywhere. If you go to my website, it is www.bonitajalane.com. So my first and my middle name. It is my real name, government name. I just and then all of my social media handles are on there. Bonita Sings is so if you put in Bonita Sings, if you can't remember the Jalane part, which is Jalane, it's
Jalane.
you see, that's like all my social media as far as like Facebook and Twitter and Instagram. But if you put in Benita Lane, everything should come up. If you want to just go to the website, make sure you sign up for the
Yep.
newsletter so I can keep you guys informed of shows, of merch and contests and everything to keep, growing so high to keep this thing going. So I need y'all help. I can't do it alone.
Love it. You guys,
Yeah.
I will have all of that information and all the links below. Make sure you're going to like, subscribe, all the things, follow her. It will change your life, you guys. It literally will change your spirit and your soul. Guys, until next time, Bonita Jalane, So
So
high.
high.
So high. I'm not a singer.
Yes.
Check it out, you guys. Check it out. Love it.
Bye.